So, good morning. Today's the first day I'm actually riding with my new GoPro, so we'll see how that works out. I'm using the same shitty mic, so that'll change eventually, but for now I gotta keep using this piece of junk. So, this is the new GoPro 4, Hero 4. Not shooting in 4K. Memory card is not big enough. Whoa, where are you going? Memory card is not big enough, and god damn it. There's another cyclist back there cutting the lanes with me. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not shooting 4K. File sizes are too big. It'd be a pain in the ass on my editing software because my video card sucks balls. So for now, I don't think there's any reason to have a moto vlog in 4K. I mean, I'm in traffic in real life and it's not that appealing to look at, so, you know, I don't know what you're doing. But I had an experience last night, something that I didn't expect. So, in the local grocery store I go to, there's this one checker, I guess that's what you call him, the person who actually takes your money. And she's just gorgeous. I mean, it's in a way that I think we've all had this experience, right? Where you know she's not bad looking, right? Or he, depending on what you're into or who you're into. Where most people would agree, yeah, that she's totally cute. But for me, she is, I can't imagine anyone who isn't more attractive. Like she checks all the boxes, and it's like whatever internal equation I have in my brain, and the unspoken one, the subconscious equation, she fits it perfectly. I mean, it's weird. Like I said, she's a great looking girl, but by a lot of people's standards, I think they might go, meh, yeah, she's cute, but not have nearly the response that I do. So anyway, this girl works at the local grocery store that I go to, and whenever I see her, it's like, I usually wear a ball cap because it's the weekend and I don't do my hair. So, you know, you tip your head down a little bit, you use the ball cap as sort of eye protection so that you can actually get a better look. So that's what I do. And the other part of this story is that I live with my girlfriend. We've been together for 9 years. I'm basically married, right? So there's none of this, you know, something better comes along, sure, go for it. No, this is my lady, right? And there's a reason she's my lady. She's like, I don't believe in soulmates and all that hokey shit, but if she's the closest thing to it. I mean, I don't know many people who would put up with me, and not that I'm an asshole or anything, but I'm a certain kind of personality, right? I might actually be pretty boring for a lot of people. But if you ask me, most people are boring. Anyway. So yeah, me and my girlfriend, basically, it feels weird saying it, basically my wife, we're not going to get married, we're a modern couple, right? But we usually go to the store together, right? So this girl, this clerk at the grocery store, you know, I stare at her. I try not to get caught, and I'm just infatuated with her. You know, everything down to, you know, how she handles money and her mannerisms and the little things like, you know, a woman's fingers. Those are not things you notice when you're like, God damn, she's hot, you know, not that like And caught up to this guy. So yeah, and I only see this chick maybe once a month if I'm lucky, because you know, whatever, shifts. So I had to go to the grocery store last night, and last night is Sunday, and my girlfriend actually had to work. She's kind of got a special job. She's an engineer, but that might be too much information. And we didn't do shit over the weekend, so I had to figure out, basically I had to go to the store alone, and I ended up going at like 8:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. Alright, I gotta go around this guy. So it's basically late, right? Late for grocery shopping. And I'm not waiting for this guy. The trick about this is you got to get way ahead of him before you come back over, because you don't want to be looking over your shoulder. Looking over your shoulder is pretty scary in this kind of traffic. You want to be certain before you get there that you have the space you need. So I'm going to do it right here. So it's late by my standards to go grocery shopping, and I'm by myself. And the first thing I did when I came into the store, I look over, and there she is. She's one of two clerks. I'm like, hell yes, I'm getting in her fucking lane. I was not that enthusiastic, but I did the mental math, and I knew where I was going to be going. Anyway, did my shopping, and her lane actually happens to be the next available. In fact, she's like, can I help you? And so I jump into her lane, started unloading my shit. And let me back up for a second. Whenever I've gone through her lane normally, she's usually not really friendly. I mean, you know, how you doing, whatever. No, not really engaging, not really smiling. She's just doing her job, you know, like most people do, standing on their feet for the past 6 hours or however long she was probably there. So I expected the same when I got into her line last night, but that is not what I got. She was completely opposite. She was immediately making small talk. She asked me how I was doing, and it being a Sunday night, I gave her a pretty blasé, you know, I'm doing good. And she called me out on it. She's just like, that didn't sound that good. And this is an immediate, like, this is such a difference. I'm sort of surprised and like excited that this girl that I don't want to use the wrong words, I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but this girl that I'm in love with, it's not really the way it is, but she's just so attractive to me. It's hard for me to describe a mature emotion for her, but so we're just shooting this shit at this point, and I'm just kind of blown away. It's sort of, I feel like I mean, she sees tons of people day in and day out, right? I have seen her maybe 20 times over the past, I don't know, year and a half or however long I've been going to this store. And I'm always there with my girlfriend, but I gotta look familiar. You know, even I used to work in a movie theater when I was in high school, and even then I would recognize some of the regulars. So, but whether she recognized me or not, the experience is completely different when I was just me, a handsy hunk dude, you know, making the ladies excited. God, I don't know what the hell I just said. Why did I say that? Anyway. And so now, I was, you know, not in any mood to be flirting and happy and joking and that sort of thing, and she totally caught me off guard. I was not expecting any of that. And God, I mean, when I was younger, I'm the type of guy who would have a crush every third year or something, and it would be brutal. I would get so depressed. If you wanted to characterize my God, from elementary school all the way up to through high school, I was so depressed, and that was because of all these crushes I had, and because I was just a total wuss. Get over here. If you hadn't noticed, this is totally legal in California, although I don't know if how I'm doing it is necessarily legal. I think I would characterize anything that's dangerous as a target for the police to take action. CHP chippies, jerk faces. Anyway, so I have crushes on girls, and I haven't had a crush, well, since I got out of high school and all that stuff, but they've left their mark. I mean, it's crazy. There's one girl that I had a crush on for so long that, you know, you have this fantasy of running into them again and telling them how fucking out of your mind you were about them. That never happened. I don't know what I would do if it did. It's probably a bad idea. Just leave it alone. Especially if you're taken and they're like, holy shit, I kind of like you, and I never knew this, blah, blah, blah. What's going on with downtown? I know you want over, don't you? You just ruined your entrance. There's a weird fog layer through downtown. Wow, that's strange. Is there a fire? There is a fire. I wonder if it's on the freeway. Well, we're gonna go see this. Let's get in here. Huh. It's probably a freeway fire. Car on fire on the freeway. You can see how free it is. Yeah, this LA traffic is the worst. You're gonna see a lot of this in my videos because that's basically how I travel 90% of the time. I don't know where I'm going with this story anymore. I mean, it was like, yeah, so let's assume you had this crush on a girl in high school, right? And suddenly you bump into her in the hallway, or you see her at a gas station or something, and she talks to you. She actually gives you the time of day, and then of course you're lifted 3 inches off the ground. You're floating. You can't believe what just happened. And then if you're lucky, you get out of there without saying something stupid. And if you're really lucky, you came off suave as hell. You know, you try to be as charismatic as you can. That's my goal, at least. And it worked out all right. When she called me out for being a grumpy dude, you know, I laughed and sort of made a couple of jokes about whatever. When I got home, well, even as soon as I got out of the store, my brain was just stuck on this girl. It basically is like, she talked to me, holy shit, she talked to me, right? And the thing about this is, like I said, I've been with my girlfriend for a long time, and also, like I said, there's a good reason for that. I don't want anyone else. Oh shit, that building was just put up. It's gone. Holy hell, it's gone. Wow, this thing was being constructed for the last year. Wow. Watch it. Wow, I can't even fucking believe that. It's gone. This building, every time I ride by it, I take a screenshot of my video because I was going to do a little sort of stop motion or a little bit of, you know, just to watch it go up. And now it's totally fucking gone. That blows my mind. Well, I think I'm done with my story. pretty girl I sort of had a man crush on talked to me, and the rest of the night, and you know, even the next day now, I'm just thinking about this girl and like how it could have gone better, and if I were on my game. Dude, you suck. Why are you doing 62? I'm going around, but I want to make sure you're not going right first. That's your moment. Downshift. Wow, it really stinks. Literally and metaphorically. God, I can smell it. God. Watch it. Man, that smoke smell is strong. Smells like the 4th of July. Wow, that's where they cut traffic off. They're probably diverting everyone to the 10. I kind of remember what else I wanted to say about that girl, because it brought up some other thoughts. Like, I've never been a super confident person. It's an understatement. I'm an introvert, big time. This is why I'm talking to myself. And and also, like I said, I had crushes all the time, which is because I was too afraid to talk to anyone. But I've had girlfriends. I'm sort of long-term guy. This guy. I'm gonna go first. Me first. But definitely when I was in college, there was no reason for me to be single other than, you know, I put on my freshman 15 or whatever it was real fast. Dude, fast food, living on that alone. Holy shit. Anyway, I pretty much played video games and went to class. I mean, I was a physics major. It's a lot of work. Especially when you're just cramming all the time, right? I was a horrible student. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked here. That's the time in your life when you meet all kinds of women and don't be too serious about them. And I didn't do that at all, which I've always regretted. I didn't even really drink alcohol. I mean, again, that's an understatement. I stayed away from that stuff until like my senior year of college. I started drinking and it was like, wow, this is awesome. And but I never took advantage of those years. And so now I've been with this girl for 9 years, and I've been doing P90X for the last year and a half. I mean, longer than that, but I had a 6-month break in there, which ruined everything. And my confidence is so much higher now. If I were a dating man, I would actually, I sort of wish I was a dating man. it could be a lot of fun. And so this girl I met at the grocery store, whatever the teller that gave me the time of day, just sort of ignited that fire inside again. Like, I got a chance, and unfortunately I'm not even going to be able to ever know this girl. I want to know her so bad. There's no way we're ever gonna Jesus, go out for a coffee or spend any time together. Like, that's never gonna happen with any other girl for me, unless for some reason my girlfriend gets bored of me, but that doesn't appear to be the case. We've got 2 cats in a car together. But if I were back in the dating game, you end up putting yourself in the same situation again, which is You end up finding a girl that you like enough, you spend enough time with her, and then you get used to her. And that's shitty, right? Because one of my girlfriends was just fucking gorgeous, man. She really set the standard for all other women that I would ever be with. I mean, goddamn, she was gorgeous. She's a bit of a pain in the ass. But even that, you get used to having that, and you start looking around. And I remember being with her and then sort of having this crush on another girl, fantasizing about what it'd be like to be with her, and it's crazy. So to want to get your freedom just to, you know, remove it again on purpose, what's the point? I think really the point as a man is that I need to be a part of lots of women's lives. It's just the way it is. I don't think brakes are required at this point. Come on, dickhole.